All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Just a few minutes early. That's okay. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. We are going to be flying legs 7, 8, and 9 of the Oregon Trail. Good morning, Amela. Scruffy is streaming this as well, which reminds me today's flight brought to you by Pair of Socks Airline. Pair of Socks. Just because you have a pair of socks does not mean they have to match. Scruffy, once he's live and all that, he will show you his mismatched socks. All you have to do is ask him. There's a command, I think it's called, if I remember correctly, socks. He'll show you his mismatched socks. Once you see him, you can't unsee him. Next thing you know, you'll be dreaming about mismatched socks. Wondering why you went through life matching your socks. So anyway, so we got this leg today. This is our first, leg 7 of quite a few for the Oregon Trail that Scruffy put together for Pair of Socks Airlines. So they, I did all this last year before I went on, took my trip to California. So it's a very scenic route. We're going to take off and we're going to hit this VOR DME right here. And then we're going to turn, we're going to hit that point right there. And then we're going to come in on runway 26, I think is our, yeah. So we're going to get up to about 9,000 feet. Here is route for right now and the server that we are on. So, yeah, might be a kind of a quiet stream. Give a few more minutes and then I'll get in here and get the plane started up. I tried to let everybody know who might want to come in and watch, but it is okay. Understand that for some folks, the weather is really nice right now. So they're trying to get outside before the weather starts to get really bad. We had crazy rain over, I think Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Thursday. Wednesday night, Thursday. Yeah, we were under tornado watch. Just had a lot of rain. That was about it. Thunderstorms, some wind, but nothing else. So other folks didn't fare so well. Up farther north of us, they got hit pretty hard. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pop in here, and we'll get things kind of set up. Try to keep an eye on the chat. It was drizzling here yesterday. Yeah, we had it. See, it's cool this morning. It's in the 50s this morning, whereas yesterday morning it was hot and humid. But yeah, that storm came through. I mean, it dumped off and on throughout the night into the early morning, and so we got. Let's have a look outside here real quick. Scruffy, oh, so yeah, Scruffy's here, Oz Nomad's here, I think somebody else is here, I don't know who else. This is our plane, the de Havilland, DHC de Havilland of Canada Beaver 2, the DHC-2 Beaver, that's what I'll be flying today. I think Scruffy's flying the, and so is Oz Nomad, I think Oz Nomad's around here somewhere. They're flying the Cessna 172, so yeah. Reminder: next Saturday I'll be in the FSR 500, the Flight Sim Reborn 500. It's the Piper 500M. They just couldn't use the Piper name for licensing reasons. So let's go ahead and get that moved out the way. Parking brake on. Always like to have a little bit of light. Beacon, nav. This always happens. Oh, I gotta turn on my fuel. Let's go to the middle. All right. I need to add a little bit more fuel in the tank and add some weight in the back. Up there. We'll put 200 pounds of cargo in the back there, just to give us a little weight in the back tail there. Hey, Daniel, I was just getting ready to tell Amela that you were in Jody's stream the other day. All right, let's get there. Oops. Forgot to put it on the... all right, there's that. How are you, Daniel? I'm guessing you've just got back from your trip to the chip shop. All right, so we'll go about 9,000 feet. Turn that off. We don't need that. Joseph's at the market. Yeah, everybody's gone to the market. Jody was saying the same thing. She went to the market. She wasn't gonna be able to. She's doing stuff today. All the usual suspects are busy. That's all right. That's okay. All right, let's have a look at our temperatures. We're going to have to add a little bit of carburetor heat. There we go. And maybe a little bit more. And let's get our altimeter set. Yeah. Nice. Good stuff. All right. I think we are otherwise all set. Let's get our 1.75. Somebody just went over in a jet, it sounded like. Yep. So if you see all these contrails up there, this is part of the SimFX that was released for by Parallel 42. So you get a little bit more interesting stuff in the sky. I think I'm on live weather. Yep, I am. So yeah, even though there's no clouds, you get the contrails like you would see. Oh, with the slow boat. Yeah, I gotta. That way, I just keep an eye on the chat. I don't get overwhelmed with it. So I think we're gonna take off right down there. We'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll. Matter of fact, let's throttle back. Oops, not that far back. Oh, I gotta thin the mixture just a bit. There we go. Because we're already at 4,000 feet in altitude. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we're gonna. We're only gonna go to 9,000. Oop. All right. Yep, that's where we're heading. All right, let's take the. No, I thought I turned the. Yep, just got to give it a little bit more. There we go. Now we're moving. Ooh, I gotta set my flaps too. Almost forgot about that. There we go. All set there. Scruffy is still probably welcoming people into the chat. That's all right. I did pop in and say hi. Hi there. Hello, Scruffy. Yeah, see, there's Scruff. There's Oz Nomad. I think there's some other folks that are flying along today over on Scruffy's side. Hello, Bex. How are you? Nice to see you here. Yeah, so next Saturday should be a nice flight on Saturday in the FSR 500. And then the following week, since it's Memorial Day weekend, we're going to do a flight from Atlanta to up to Washington, D.C. for Memorial Day weekend. I'm good. Yeah, it was a little chilly this morning. Mexico. But yeah, otherwise doing good. As good as can be expected. So yeah, that'll round out May, at least for my streaming. I don't know Then I don't have anything else planned. We got one more person ready to go. I'm not sure who's behind me. We'll wait for Oz and Scruffy to make their way to here to the departure runway. Let's see. He's getting his plane started up. All right, we'll wait for them and we'll get in the air. I don't know if everybody's flying the same way today, but that's okay. We'll get there. What else is happening? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, once the my flight. So yeah, the 18th and the 25th, and then we're into June. And I don't know. I don't have anything else planned. I got to start thinking about stuff in June. As far as flights go, might have to. Let me just pull back a little bit more on that mixture. There we go. We got about 5,000 feet to get up to our 9,000 feet cruising altitude. 9,000 foot cruising altitude. Get a picture here. Oh wait. Oh, kind of like that one. Ooh, that's pretty good too. There we go. That'll work. I like that. So yeah, all this will be uploaded over onto YouTube for Saturday or Sunday premiere. I don't know if any of you watched the replay of the flight up to Anchorage. I haven't looked at the numbers on YouTube for that flight, so if you missed it, have a look. It was a fantastic flight. Really enjoyed that one. Let's see. Oh, let's see. He's almost ready. He's got to get some lights on. See, it's weird because I'm on the same. His sky is a lot. That's weird. Hold on a second. Let me check something here. Time. Yeah, that's live time. Interesting. But his sky is a lot lighter, a lot darker. I think I'm not sure who that is behind me. You can go ahead and go if you're in a hurry. Whoever that is. All right, ads coming in. We'll let the ads play. I think by then Scruffy should be on his way. So yeah, I'll come up with some stuff going into June. Try to mix things up a little bit. Oh, the contrails disappeared. Oh. Hello, that one smooth 737. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. I am the host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane, Uncle B. We're going to be departing here shortly. Start our flight today on the Oregon Trail. Lake 7. Yeah, some good scenery through here. It should be pretty scenic. It gets more scenic in the later legs of the Oregon Trail. You get up into the mountains, and I know there was one leg in particular. The airport is like right near a riverbank. It's really hard to pick out. I had to circle. Yes, lead singer. It's a reference. I know most people go like, what does that even mean? So if you've never seen the movie, it's a reference to the movie The Blues Brothers, where they go to a country western bar because they're just trying to play gigs to make money that they're raising for we're at right now we are right here. KGUR is our airport. Oh, here we go. Everybody's here now. All right. Except Sergeant Staff's even coming along for the ride. All right, let's go. So they go to this country western bar, and they finally realize that blues music isn't gonna satisfy the crowd, so they play the theme from Rawhide and some other country song and all that. The actual band that was supposed to play shows up, and the guy he's introduced himself. He's like, yeah, I'm so and so, lead singer and driver of the Winnebago, because they were traveling in a camper thing, and so that's what that's in reference to. All right, let's go. There we go. Airspeed's alive. Oh, come on, Scruffy, get it up in the air. There you go. Look at that. We just lifted off. We didn't even have to pull back on the stick. All right, let's get the autopilot on and the nav mode. We're going to turn that on. Why isn't it? Huh, okay. Let me get my... make some adjustments here. That's interesting that it didn't. All right. So yeah, that's where that comes from, Bex. But turn those off. Let's have a look at our fuel tanks. All right. Where'd Scruffy go? Scruffy! Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Found him. I think we're flying the same way then. Goes Oz. Hey, Sergeant Staff. I see you. Somebody's in a different plane there. I don't know who that is. There's a couple different planes. Names I don't see, but that's all right. Look at that view. All for the low, low price of free. Where else can you get views like that? So for those of you who are interested in joining a virtual airline, I highly recommend it because there's so much to do. It does give you an opportunity to try different stuff, fly different planes, do stuff like this Oregon Trail. So you fly like, I think there's like 18 legs if I remember correctly, and you get an achievement after you complete all the flights. So it's just really fantastic. Let me look at my Nightbot commands because it's been so long since I've used them. I got to remember. There it is. Go to, I'm going to put the link in right now, and then search for we've got lots of routes. There's still more stuff coming that I'm working on for the airline. You can fly jetliners. You can do stuff, general aviation. Basically, the rule, and Scruffy Tam, who is behind me, right there he is. He's the airline CEO, basically. His philosophy is no rules, just flight. So there's a bit of everything for everybody. We've got DC-3, DC-6 flights. So there's a little bit of everything. So do consider joining. It's just a fantastic way to fly, and there's plenty of stuff to do. So you're never without a something to, where to go and what to do and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's amazing. They're cruising around about 5,000 feet. They took the low road, I'm taking the high road. Oh, let me, fact, while I think of it. Let me, I need to ask for 1,000 feet less. Oh, wait a minute. That's interesting. Thank you, sir. All right. There we go. All right. See, that's interesting. All right. Okay. We'll get to 9,000. All right. All right. We should probably switch tanks to. Let's go to the front. Oops. So yeah, it looks like everybody we're kind of following the same plan, I think. Because I think this where this freeway goes, this is kind of the way that the pioneers went on the Oregon Trail, if I remember correctly. My co-pilot doesn't seem very impressed. Co-pilot is all business. Look at that. Just all business. Look at that face. Oh, we got a first aid kit. Oh, we got two first aid kits. I guess one for each of us. There we go. I don't know what kind of plane that is. That's definitely not Something tells me somebody's got either a fighter plane or a some kind of aerobatic plane. I don't know. Ooh, look at those colors. Yeah, got quite a few people flying along, it looks like. Back there with Scruffy and Oz Nomad, there's Sergeant Staff. Our next leg will be KRWL. That's the next leg there once we land at KCPR. Or at, yeah, KCPR. We'll refile and be on our way. Just a little bit more carburetor heat. Oop. Have a look at her. So we should be turning here in a little bit. Don't have to worry about anything with the radio right now. So figured I'd double check. Yep. Slight left turn coming up. Hmm. I wasn't too. This plane kind of grew on me when I started flying it. I kind of figured out some of its quirks. It's a pretty fun little plane to fly. The only thing it does not do very well going through the mountains sometimes. It can get very fussy. But If you can kind of weave and dodge your way through, it's a pretty fun plane. This came with the 40th anniversary. It doesn't cost you anything to buy it or to own it. Just it was part of the 40th. I believe it's part of the 40th anniversary, if I remember correctly. Oh. Okay, so let's go with that, right? We're gonna try something here. Are you ready? Let's go to procedures. And we're gonna, oops, we gotta get our cursor on. Select approach. Enter. And we want the RNAV 26 approach. Enter. Via the DELT transition. Enter. Load. Activate. So now it's going to take us to the DELT transition. There's our... All right, I guess we'll go to 1,000 or 10,000 feet. See, this is the problem. It overdoes it with the... See, I've had this happen before. That's the only thing with this system here is it tends to overdo it with the climb, with your vertical speed. It goes way overboard, and then you start having to worry about stalling the plane. So that's the only thing I don't like about this, is it tends to overdo it. And if, we don't want to stall, obviously. That's the only thing that's a bit fussy about this plane. But, so, what I just did is, in all honesty, is something that you can do in, especially more so in the 737. But when you get instructions from ATC, you can basically tell the plane what to do based on those instructions. All right, now we should start gaining speed back again because we're leveling off at 10,000. So it's not that complicated. It's just knowing how to put the information in there. Now, I wasn't expecting to get that sort of instruction from the ATC. But there we are. So we got 32 nautical miles, just under 32 now, to get to DELT. And let's see where we're at on the... Okay, let's put this to the back. We got plenty of fuel to get there. We should. Yeah, now we're... So that's the only thing that's a bit weird about this airplane. Sometimes the autopilot, this autopilot system is a bit weird, a bit fussy. So if we go back over here, right, and we zoom out, So there's all, so we're going to go to here, and then we're going to come in right in here. So what I could do, matter of fact, I could look up the chart for this approach, and it'll tell me what my minimum altitudes are. So let's have a look at your the RNAV approach for, let's see if we're going to KCPR. Chart approach RNAV 26. So we saw AK ice, right? We need to be at 7,800 feet by the time we get to AK ice. And then at BOZTE, BOZTE, we need to be at 7,000 feet. Now, it looks like there's a, yeah, we may have a hold, but I don't see it on my, I don't see it here, but there's supposed to be a hold here, but I don't think we're going to have to fly the hold. There we go. Okay. So, all right, there we go. Now, watch this. I put this on, and now it's going to go into overspeed, just about. I got to throttle back. It just dives right down. See, look at that. If I don't throttle back, I'll be overspeeding in a heartbeat. See, I don't think it's meant to go down that quickly. Oops. See, we have to worry now about this right in front of us. Throttle back on there. I think we'll be okay, though. If we have to go around it, we will. We have the technology. I think we'll be okay. So yeah, all the stuff. That is true, Daniel. That is true. How much speeding has he done on the new flight or a new train sim? I might have to contact Dovetail, have him revoke his license. See, we're supposed to be at 7,800, but we're stuck at 79. Interesting. Yeah, that's the only thing that when I started flying this plane that I learned that the system is a bit weird. I don't know why it is, but it totally noses over and just drops altitude very quickly. So it's a bit strange, but see, I gotta. All right, now it should hold at 7,800. Had to tell it you're about 100 feet off. No idea. I know he streamed it like last week or something, or earlier this week. I don't remember. But yeah, the first time when I wasn't paying attention, all of a sudden I nosed over and my speedometer went way up, and then the plane started shaking because I was definitely going way faster than I should be going. Yeah, look at that view. Got a little bit of snow up there. Looks like. So I can sit in the co-pilot seat. Oh no, nobody's flying the plane. Uh-oh. What are we going to do? I took the co-pilot seat. She didn't move over here to fly. Nobody's flying. Uh-oh. We're in trouble now. That's a cool thing. When I come back over to this, you hear the click of the seatbelt like the person sat back down there. Let's get a picture right from here. I gotta put some. Well, I'll do it later. We'll just enjoy the scenery. But yeah, yes, all the things that you can do in a jetliner, you can basically do with this system right here. It's not. It's not that like um it's not that difficult. You just have to know which buttons to push. Just like in any other aircraft and flight sim, you hover over it, it'll tell you what the buttons are for. Now, of course, not everything works like you expect it to, but that's okay. Oh yeah, we're coming over these low hills, low mountains, whatever you want to call them. We still got 14 nautical miles, or just under 14 now, to our point that we're going to turn, and then we're going to turn again. But this is fantastic. Look at that. I don't know. I still say that scenery up in Alaska was. I really enjoyed that. We may have to do a flight out of Alaska to go back to Seattle. Actually, it'd be if I really had the time, and it'd be it'd be a long day. I remember when I did that flight from San Francisco to Tokyo, and that was 11 hours. That was a lot. But if I could do a flight from Seattle back to Heathrow, that's about 9 hours, 9.5. That's a lot. Wait, why are we turning this way? That seems kind of weird. I wasn't expecting that. Uh-oh. I think we broke the autopilot. See, it wants to turn off. Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, we're gonna go. We're gonna have to fly this manually. I think that's okay. We have the technology to do that. That was unexpected for it just to turn in there all of a sudden. Oh, I didn't know you stepped away, Amela. Welcome back. Yeah, well, I'm flying manually there, jackass, because my autopilot decided it wanted to take the scenic route. But yeah, we're okay. We got this. See, there. This is the dial that shows your rate of climb or rate of descent. We don't want it to go too extreme one way or the other, obviously. Because we either overspeed or underspeed, or we don't want to stall, but we don't want to overspeed either. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to intercept that point right there, which should be Delt. And then we're going to try to re-engage the autopilot. Oh, give it a rest there, bucko. Why don't you descend to 7,800 feet? You want to fly the plane? I didn't think so. All right, we're pretty close to 7,800 feet now. All right, I think we're kind of pretty much on line where our let's see if it changes over, and we'll try to re-engage the autopilot once we pass Delt. Come on. There we go. Okay, I think it's getting back on track now. Okay, I think we got it. Never a dull moment, is it? All right, let's double look. Let's double check our double check our fuel. Oh boy, we are okay. Let's go back to the front there. That's probably why we're getting such a wacky. That's the thing with this is if you don't pay attention to your 3 fuel tanks, you can really throw the plane out of balance. All right, we're going to just put the altitude hold mode on first off. And now if we the autopilot's on. Okay, now I think it's. See, we're not getting fussed at about climbing back up, but. Okay, see now it goes to that extreme. You guys got ads right now. All right, now I think we should be leveling back off here at 7,800 feet. Oh, we got wind. Looks like a wind farm right there. I know we need to be at 7,000. Did I say it was 7,000? We might as well. Yeah. Let's go ahead and dial in 7,000. We're going to have to be there anyway, so. Yep, got some windmills right there. Looks like. Yep. So we should be turning here shortly. We need to get the plane slowed down. Salutes have been rendered for the instructions. All right, it's going to go all the way to that point, and then we should turn. All right, there we go. Oops. I think our airport's still a little bit to our left. We got a little bit more of a turn to go to line up on the runway. I don't see a runway in front of us. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Okay, I see it. We got it. We got it. We got this. There's the lights. You can see the lights. They're just flickering off there in the distance, right there. Now, let's see if I hit the approach mode. Oops, on. Yep. It should bring us right on in. Should being the key word. Refresh my stream here. That's interesting that it went on the approach mode on its own. Put our prop back up to 100%. Yep, there's our runway. Question is, do we, once we pass here, that should bring us in. We got one more. Yeah, that's Bozy or Bozty. So once we pass Bozty, we should, the approach mode should take over, and we should just nose down naturally for our descent into the runway. All right, let's see what happens here. If it doesn't nose over, then I'm just going to fly it in manually, and we'll make it. We'll be all right. Yes, Amela. I had meatballs and twice baked potato last night for dinner. All right, it should. No, I don't see a decrease in altitude. It didn't. Okay, that's all right. Oh, there it goes. So we gotta watch our speed. We don't want to overspeed coming in. Horseshoe. Oh, nice. Horseshoe curve. Nice. Yeah, see, everything worked out just dandy. We had a little hiccup earlier. We got it back on track. We're getting ready to land. No, it was store bought. We just heated it up in the twice baked potatoes were heated up in the microwave, and the meatballs were heated up in the oven. My dad did all that yesterday. It was just pre-made store bought. I think the twice baked potatoes was from Publix, and I think the meatballs were from Sam's Club. Something like that. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Come on now, we're not that. It's not like that. All right, got our flaps all the way down. Got a good speed coming in. We got a runway in sight. What more can you ask for? I think everybody's landing on runway 26. We need to vacate the runway as quickly as possible so we make room for everybody else. All right, here we go. We're going to fire the autopilot here in a second. Get a little bit closer. Boy, this is just nice. Look at this view coming in. We got a nice road here. Look at that beautiful road. Ooh, there's some nice houses right there, too. That's a fancy looking road, isn't it? Oh. Look at that. All right. Look at this. All for the low, low price of free. Whew. Boy, I tell you, I spoil you guys. Oh, what? Ah, there's the applause. That's what I'm talking about. Let's negative 85. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. I don't know where there is to turn. All right, let's just get some throttle on here so we can get to the end of the runway. Make room. Ah, thank you, Mella. Yeah, negative 85. Let's get a picture of that. That was fantastic. We don't want to get going too much because we'll end up lifting back off again. The tail will come up and yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I promise you. Parking, please. There we go. Looks like there used to be a runway right here. Oh, hey, there's Chronico. I reckon I know Chronico. I've actually talked to Chronico before. There's Sergeant Staff. Osnobad landed. I think he just pulled off right there. You know what? That's what we'll do. We'll go over there because we're going to refile here. I was going to pull in right here, as a matter of fact. I think Scruffy's coming. Yep, there's Scruffy coming in for landing. All right, let's see here. All right, so interesting that it's still showing back to Bose T. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to shut down the engine. Even though we're not here technically, we're just going to shut everything down. There we go. All right, then we're going to go back to continue. Right. Okay. Put the alternator back on, the battery back on, the avionics. Now let's see if we can redo this. So we want to go to flight plan. Clear. No, it won't let me do it. Okay. That's all right. Let me just do something real quick. We're going to update our stuff. All right. Oops. All right, got that. Oops. Minimize. KCPR. Oops. KCPR. We're going to go to KRWL, right there, and we have a, let's see, we'll come in on runway 22 there, and we have one nav point to interact with, and that is Fikla. Oops, that's not what I want. Oops, Fikla, right there. Add. All right, we'll go right back in. I'm going to go ahead and prepare KRKS. Oops. Okay. We won't generate that one just yet. All right, let's get this all set up again. Get back in the air. Oops. Oop, gotta crack the engine just a bit. Get some. Right about there. Perfect. Turn that off. All right, we are all set. Yeah, it looks like there was more more runways here. Hey, Sergeant Staff, nice to see you. Good flying earlier. I think we're gonna go about. We'll go 8. How about that? Oh, I always forget. I have. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you have a good lunch. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. All right, there we go. So yeah, we won't go up too far this time. It's saying, what, 12, and I think we're just going to go about to 8. We'll see how we do. I think we'll be okay at 8. I'm going to get ready to, I'm going to kind of line up by the runway here, and then I'm going to take a quick, very quiet at the trash company. Well, quiet can be a good thing. I think, is that 2.6 there? I think it is. No, 2.6 is up. No, maybe 2.6 is right there. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and line up them. Yeah, 2.6 is right there. Look at that. We were just here. Yeah. It's kind of lonely there, especially when you're... Oh, yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I gotta set my flaps as well. All right. I'll be right back. All right, I have returned. Let's see where... Oh. Oh, they're already in the air. Look at that. I'm behind. That's all right. They must have just pulled on. That's a pretty long runway, so they must have just pulled off right there. Pulled back on and took off. That's okay. Oh, you know what we didn't do? I got to do this too. So this is what happens when you're not paying attention to your stuff. All right, we got to add a little bit of weight in the back there. First off, let's get this back up. Put a little bit more fuel in the tank. Put our 200 of cargo. 210's good. That's fine. Come on. There we go. I think that worked. All right. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Sergeant Staff. Take care. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your lunch with your friends. Good to see you again. I'll try to catch up with you tomorrow when you're back in the air if you're streaming tomorrow. The brake is off. All right. I gotta change that too. I've been saying that. I gotta. All right, let's. There we go. Airspeed's alive. $80 knots right there. Look at that. Look at that. Plane just does it itself. It's magic. I'm telling you, it's magic. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that, what we're heading for. We got some scenery coming up now, folks. Uh-oh. There we go. It kind of, yeah, it is. It's like when I flew the Junkers 52, the plane would just kind of magically lift off on its own. I didn't even have to pull back on the stick or nothing. It just, it's magic. Well, it's either that or it's aerodynamics. That's kind of magical too, right? Turn off our landing lights. There's Scruffy, Chronicle. I think maybe Oz had to go too. I don't see Oz in the air. look at this coming up here. Look at the colors on the side of this. Maybe we'll go to 9 just to be safe. See, this time the system's working like it's supposed to. We've got a nice 500 foot per minute climb. It's not overtaxing the plane. That's good. Man, look at this. That's beautiful. See, when I did this flight last year, I just kind of went directly from airport to airport. I didn't really check out some of the scenery. So, man, look at that. That is, I like the different color of the dirt there coming off. You got that red. You got the green. And I guess there's a hint of either snow or something, or it's granite. So this is our next leg. Oh, I didn't update it, did I? I did not. We got we're doing KCPR to and then that's KRWL. Submit. There we go. That's our next leg. Let's look at our oh yeah, we got to add some carburetor heat here. And we need to change to the front. Look at that. Our no-nonsense co-pilot. Level off at 9,000 feet here. Well, look who it is. Mr. Joseph Adams. Head of the dodgy McDonald's crime syndicate. Everything he learned in Grand Theft Auto. The head of the Adams family crime family. What's going on, Joseph? What's crack-a-lacking in your part of the world? Anything exciting happening? I heard you were at the shop earlier. We're on leg 8. We just finished leg 7. You missed leg 7. We got this nice scenery here, though. Yeah, Daniel got the joke. What's new, Joseph? You doing okay there, young man? Now, tomorrow's Mother's Day here in America, so I would implore upon you to tell your mom Happy Mother's Day from America. Just been a market, got new shoes and a football shirt. Uh-oh. You should have gotten a haircut as well to go along with your new shoes and football shirt. Let me guess, it must be a West Ham football shirt. Now, what kind of shoes did you get today? Are they like dress shoes or like trainers or what'd you get? Anything exciting? Oh, you got a haircut already. Okay. So what kind of shoes did you get? We'll go to 10 and then we'll see. There it goes. That just goes absolutely bonkers. Oh, I know why, because all the weight's in the back now, I think. So what kind of shoes did you get, Joseph? That's interesting. Climb and maintain six. Oh, no, we're not going to 16,000 feet. No. No, 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 no. Negative, Ghost Rider. We are not going to 16,000 feet. No. Ooh, so you got so those are like trainers then, right? Well, there we go again. Okay. RNAV 22. Oh, Let's do this again. Look at that. We're learning stuff today. Look at that. Already. Now, question is, no, okay. It didn't take. We need to activate the approach. Okay. All right. We're not going 16,000 feet. No. Not in this plane. No, sir. No. And see, I can't ask for a reduction in altitude now. All right. We're just going to stay right. So, oh, David Moyes. I'm guessing that's a West Ham player. Ooh, look at those colors off. Oh, the manager. Oh. Yeah. No, we're not climbing to 16,000 feet, bucko. That's not happening. You'd be moaning. Yep. You're right, Abella. And then you'd be like, you know, the other guy wasn't half bad. Well, see, that's the tough part about sports. You get a new manager and you think this is going to solve all the problems. More often than not, my instinct is it's not always the manager that's the problem. It's the it's the players. It's their attitude. It's not always the coaches or the manager's fault. It's a lot of it has to do with the players and their attitude. Watching you, mister. Watching the detectives. Yeah, it's not always the manager. There's probably some players who should have been cut before that manager. See, it goes back to when last year or so ago when you guys won that cup or whatever in that league thing or whatever it was. Neither the manager nor the players capitalized on that win. That's the key. If you're winning, you take the lessons learned from that win and you build upon that. If you don't build upon that, you're going to end up right where you are right now. See? It's not the manager, it's the players at that point. If he won 2 consecutive years in Europe, winning in his first year as manager, it's not the manager's fault that there's problems. It's obviously the players, but everybody likes to jump on the manager. Well, if you're going to change manager, some of those players need to own up to their shenanigans and all this. They have a role in it too. It's not just one person. Everybody plays a part in the failures. I'm sorry, you're just going to hear that for a while. Telling me to go to 16,000 feet. They used to say in the military, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Everybody plays a part in the success. You have to find a part for everybody because that's how it works. It's a team effort. Yep, exactly. And you can't blame the guy that you just let go. You know, that's not how it works. I mean, it's what are you going to do if you're facing relegation? Who can you blame then? Just saying. I think Chronico and Scruffy are taking a different route. I would have figured they would have been farther ahead of me. Maybe in theory they are. I don't know. You're insane if you think I'm going to 16,000 feet in this plane. We'll be struggling. There is no way in the world. All right, so while we're talking about football, let me look at this. KRWL. Have a look at we're already at 10,000 feet there, Chimichanga. Ooh, okay. We got to be at 8,800 on final. Okay. Oh, it starts in alphabetic. Oh, so if you're West Ham, you would be W down at the bottom. But if you were Leeds, you'd be up above West Ham. If you were on the same championship, same league. Well, I mean, I'm just asking. I'm just trying to I think that's what it means. Points deduction for, I mean, like if somebody was, like some scandal with the pay or money or whatever. Ooh, we gotta go back to the rear here. There we go. I mean, that's well, they took off. I wonder, did he go straight to start the season minus points, for example? Yeah. Oh, there's already. He's heading there. Okay. They're just taking a different route to get there. That's weird. They took off before me. See, I think for firing a halfway decent manager, you should start for minus points. New season. Make it really challenging for the new manager. How about that? What do you think, Joseph? Should we start you guys off at like negative 5 points? Ooh, wow. For firing a halfway decent manager and not getting rid of some bad players instead. Hell no. All right. What do you think, Dan? You think that's fair though? Start West Ham off at negative 5 for kicking the manager loose. I mean, if this new guy's as good as you think he will be, he'll turn it right around, right? I'm kidding, of course, Joseph. I didn't know about that. If there's an infringement that they start on negative points. I had no idea about that. You're losing 1-0. See, I'm telling you, Joseph, it's not the manager that's the problem. There's players that are not doing their job. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go here. We're going to turn, and we're going to do this big old loop-de-loo, it looks like. And zoom out just a little bit more. Yeah, we'll come around, and then we're going to come back in, and we'll be on the ground. Finances. See, I thought that maybe that's what it was that usually whenever a club's has had some questionable financial stuff going on, that they get penalized for it. That's the only thing that kind of made sense to me that would be an issue. And at that point, it's not so much the manager. I would think it's the ownership that's causing those kinds of problems. I mean, I'm kind of guessing here. I could be wrong, but well, but again, Joseph, it's not just the manager that has to create that environment. It's the players, it's the captain of the team that has to get that going as well. All right, so we're going to go here. This is kind of weird. We're going to go swing around here. Go follow this all the way around, come back to Fikla, and then line up. So we get a little extra scenery. We have one more leg after this, and we'll wrap things up for the day. Do appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. Joseph, don't forget to tell your mother Happy Mother's Day from America, because that's Mother's Day's tomorrow for us. Write yourself a note. Happy Mother's Day from America, Bex, for tomorrow. I gotta call my mom tomorrow and wish her Happy Mother's Day. I gotta wait till later in the day, otherwise it'll be too early. All right, we're gonna be making a turn here in just a second. And then we got one more leg to go. Let's look at her. Yeah. You don't say. So what am I supposed to do with that information? Here we go. Ready? Cleared 2. Oh. Well, you know what? We could go direct to Hesnu. Actually, yeah, why don't we do that? Okay, let's get down to 8,800 feet. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, we'll just cut that part out. We'll just get ready to land. We got one more leg to go, and we'll wrap things up. So the question is, if we're already online for our oh, I see the runway. Never mind. Ooh, I just realized we almost stalled there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's what I thought. Because kind of remember when I watched that documentary about Sunderland, there seemed to be a lot of questions about the finances and all that. And the ownership didn't want to pay fair wages for the players and all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, there's our runway right there. Right there. And it looks like we got our glide slope coming in. Glide path, glide slope, whichever. And we'll reset one more time. Looks like it's gonna be a nice view coming out of here on our way to our next destination. Let's give a picture of this. Let's see if we can make it 2 in a row with the applause from the from the cargo bay. Yeah, no nonsense coming from right there. It's all business. Man City have got something like, oh yeah. See, I would definitely believe that if it was Man United, that they wouldn't have anything against them either. Oh, we're climbing. Feels like. Come on, plane nose over. We were doing good there. There we go. Come on. Yeah, it's kind of like in F1, racing. Some teams get protected, other teams are always punished. All right, we're just gonna have to. We got this. I mean, Ferrari got punished. They were 0.1 kilograms underweight for the 6 hours of Spa. They got to go back to the back of the hypercar field, start from there. But I'm like, well, if it had been Toyota, they would have just been like, it's okay. You guys can keep the pole position. Yeah. They'll be like, well, we haven't concluded our entire investigation yet. Well, what are you waiting on? you know, what else do you need to know? Are you waiting on somebody to come forward? All right, let me get us on the ground here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it had been West Ham or anybody else who's not well liked by the by FIFA or whoever, look at that. Oh, come on. Where's the what? Firm? Nah, come on. That was the same as before. That's baloney. That was not a firm landing. That was perfect. Uh oh, uh oh, uh oh, uh oh. Oh, we cut the engine off. Oops a daisy. Oops. My coffee says, oh, come on, Bex. It wasn't that bad. That was a fantastic landing. I don't know what you're on about. Do you need glasses or something? Yeah, that was I don't know what they're on about. That was a fantastic. No. That was even firm isn't bad, but I thought I did a lot better than that. Oop, up, up. I might have to change the. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm just going to pull off right over here. Boy, I cannot keep the engine started. Oh, oh. Almost tipped over. All right. Let's see here. All right. We're going to go. Oh. They're scruffy. They're still coming in. I'm going to go ahead and just reset real quick, and then we'll watch them come in to land, and then we'll get ready to go to the next leg here. Yeah, that was I don't know what happened there. All right. Okay. Generate flight. Fetch. All right. Let's see. K W L. And we're going to KRKS, Rock Springs, right there. We'll come in on, ooh. Oh, yeah, we're going to come in right here on 2-7. And our one lone nav point is Borg. BORGG. Add. Okay. Let me update the route. Submit. Somebody posted some no photos of art. Oh yeah, the northern lights and all that. All right, ready to fly. Oh, let's add some fuel. We'll go 200, 0, 0. Okay. Middle. All right, there we go. Get our barometer set. Turn that off. We can turn that off. They must be coming in on the runway over here. Possibly. Let's get our flap set. Runway 4. We came in on 2, I think. So runway 4 is it right here? Oh, just right there. So we're going to take off opposite of the way we came in. I think because we got all that right there. So yep, they're coming in on runway. That's like a newer runway too. Looks like. Here comes Chronico. That runway 11. Yep. There we go. Chronico's on the ground. We'll watch Scruffy coming in. Look at this is on a flight sim. Look at that. Look at that grass right there. It looks pretty real, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot to take a picture of the 286, I think. That's all right. We'll see if we can make up for it in the next landing. Here he comes. Tennis salmon with some. Ooh, that does sound good. Mmm. Oh, he changed his mind. he coming in this way? I think he is. Up, up, up. There we go. He made it. He's like, oh, there's the airport. I got to land. Nice one, Scruff. All right. Let's get the parking brake off here. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. All right, we'll put 10,000 just in case. Yeah. That happens. You get busy. You watch. You're talking on the stream or whatever. And next thing you know, you're like, "Oh, I'm about to miss the airport." Oops, a daisy. It happens. I had salmon and salad. I bought the pre-made salmon in a package at Sam's Club. They have it. Ah, well, I cannot keep the engine started, can I? Let's get some heat in the carburetor. Ooh. Whatever flavor he can find in the fridge. He's got the house to himself. It's anything goes there. It's true. It's true. Ask him. Anything goes. Whatever flavor's in the fridge. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's why we can't have nice things. I got to keep the throttle up, boy. Well, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that, Daniel. Whatever's in the, well, you know what I meant. Whatever's in the freezer. Uh, all right. I think we'll just go ahead and get in the air. It's like everybody else is taking off from over there. We're going to take off from right here. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. We'll salute as we go by Scruffy and Chronico. And away we go. Oh, look at that. Woo. Turning low. Ooh. Terry's chocolate orange. Nice. Well, now. Look at this. Look at this dilemma that we have in front of us. Uh-oh. What are we going to do, folks? What are we going to do? I think we're going to make it by the hair of our chinny chin chin. There we go. Like a boss. We laugh in your general direction there, low hill or mountain or whatever. As soon as you get to Altoona, you get it nice. See, I don't think I ever bought Horseshoe Curve. No, I didn't. I didn't buy Horseshoe Curve. I didn't buy much of the newer stuff. All right, let's go to the front fuel tank. Well, I would say it depends, Amela. I can be both. It depends on the situation. I can be a bit more extroverted when it's a situation where I'm like, what do you call it? I'm more comfortable, I guess. You know, or I can talk about a subject that I know very well. but I'm introverted when I tend to be introverted when I'm just kind of observing everything around me. Observing people. Um, I just tend to I just watch, and people. I think people take it the wrong way. I I just tend to observe my surroundings, and it kind of comes off the wrong way. Well, not so much the mood. Like I I always feel like if I walk into a room, it's like I know, I can tell right away whether or not I belong there, or that I can interact with people. You know, uh, that's for me the. Oh, God. I. Oh, Lord, Daniel. Oh. Oh boy. But I guess part of it's mood, but I tend to kind of observe everybody around me first. And then if I feel like it's, like I belong there, or you know, I can interact with people, then I tend to kind of be a little bit more open. But if I get the sense that, you know, this isn't really a place for me, or I'm not really welcome there, then it's like, yeah, no, I don't really interact then. All right, let's see what happens this time if we say. All right, now we're gonna try to. But yeah, I've been places where I don't feel like I'm welcome, so I just tend to kind of say to myself, and I observe why. I guess kind of like, why do I feel that way? Is it something somebody said? I kind of go back to the. I went to this army officer that I knew when I worked at the MEPS. Her and her sister were very gifted musicians. The captain, she played the cello, and I think her sister played. No, she played the violin. Her sister played the piano. And she said, "Hey, we're doing this music recital at her pastor's house or whatever it was. Somebody associated with the church that she went to." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll go," because you know, I don't go to many of those things, but I wanted to see how, uh, this musical, gift that she has to be able to play the violin very well. And so I went there, and obviously the people that were there for the same thing were not very open to the idea of me being there. Because I wasn't dressed, you know, I didn't wear like khakis and a collared shirt. I didn't, I went basically for the fun of it. I didn't take it seriously, but the other people there kind of looked at me like, oh, who's this ruffian? Who's this uncultured couth, kind of thing. And I was just like, wow, okay. I didn't know we were going to the Metropolitan or something. So yeah, I sat back and listened to the music and enjoyed it. It was very traditional, like folk music, basically, I guess, that they played, and something that you would have heard maybe like in the early 19th century, or something like that. So I thought they were fantastic. I mean, they're very gifted musicians. If they, certainly it's one of those things that if they had thought of a different career, that they would have done well playing in an orchestra or something. So I just kind of sat back and watched, and but I could sense right away I was not welcome there, really. They tolerated me being there because she had invited me, but otherwise they probably would have shown me the door and said, no, you're not, no. You got the wrong house, Yeah, she was well, the the people I worked with in my office there at the MEPS would say, and I thought, when they presented it to me in a certain way, I was like, it's a possibility. A lot of people thought that she was like into me, even though I wasn't an officer. I was a sergeant, which is frowned upon, but she wasn't in my chain of command, first off. So if there had been any kind of relationship, it still would have been frowned upon, but we probably could have gotten away with it because she had no say over my career or anything, right? I liked her. I thought she was attractive, but when I basically, laid my cards on the table, I was told no. But I don't know if that's because of the fact that she was an officer and I was enlisted, or if the if we were wrong about the vibe that she was putting out there, that she was interested in me. It's hard to say. But I went anyway because I thought it was something interesting, And if somebody, whether I'm into the person or not, if somebody says, hey, I'm doing a music recital or I'm in a play or whatever, I'm giving a speech, I would definitely go to support that person, because it's something that they're doing to better themselves in a way, or to, whatever it may be, right? Whether it's playing music or acting, or, somebody had like an art show, like they did a bunch of paintings and they were like, oh, my stuff's, or, photography. Oh, my stuff's going to be hanging in a gallery. Would you like to show up and hang out for a while? Because, they always serve like finger food, hors d'oeuvres and drinks and stuff like that. And, it's a social thing, and, but if it was somebody that if they were passionate about those things, whatever it may be, I would definitely say yes. I'll be there, or I can't because of whatever, you know, because it's important to support people who are doing those things. I think, you know, because they're showing a side of themselves that not everybody may know about. Like I had no idea that she played the violin like that or at all. So it was seeing a different side of her, outside of work. Um, so, I mean, we were co-workers. I wouldn't say we were friends. That'll do. Nice. Well done, Daniel. I wouldn't say we were friends. I think I'd say we were more co-workers. I thought maybe there was a possibility of something more, but it just wasn't. It wasn't meant to be. So that's okay. You know, I'm still glad that I went, but you know, I'm since I'm very observant of my surroundings, and I can tell when I walk into a place like, yeah, this is I don't fit in here. I don't belong here. Now I could think that, and then I could be surprised later on that my observations were wrong, which is possible. But generally, 99% of the time, that gut instinct, I'm correct on it. Even though people will go out of their way to be cordial to your face, they're not going to speak highly of you after you leave. That's the difference, I think. I'm sure somebody made some jokes or whatever, and she may have even have said something, I don't know. But it is what it is. All right, let's go back to the middle here. Because when I growing up, every Christmas, or not Christmas, but in December, my mom would host a big party for people from work, and so I interacted with a lot of adults. I could talk to them almost like on an adult level. I could hold a conversation, and I'm thankful for that opportunity. That I got to learn how to carry a conversation appropriately. Uh, you know, but like that's when I was building model planes, and so people would say, well, what have you built recently? So I'd start rattling off all kinds of stuff. Oh, I built this plane. What does it do? And I'd tell them. I could tell them with certainty that what the plane was, and what was it built for, what was it designed for. you know um and it for some people, they're kind of like, I could tell people would ask not because they were genuinely interested. They were being polite. That's the difference. I had to learn there's a difference between people being generally, it's like when somebody says, good morning, how are you doing today? It's a general question. They don't really want to know how you're doing today. They're just being courteous. Especially when it's like a manager, somebody like that. They don't really want to know how you're doing today. They want you to say, good morning, I'm doing well, thank you. They don't want to hear all your problems. Yeah, it is. It is. But, I would start spouting off all kinds of stuff. I didn't know at the time that that's what it was that they're just, they're being courteous. They're, my family's home. They're going to, uh, but I think I surprise people sometimes with the amount of knowledge I had about a plane, for instance. It caught them off guard. They'd be like, "Oh wow, you know a lot about this." Well, yeah. I mean, if you're passionate about something, you want to soak up as much knowledge about the subject, right? Whether it's about anything, you know, that's that's the that's what you want to do. If you care about something enough, you want to learn as much as you can about the subject. And there's always stuff to learn. Like when I started going to car races, you start learning about all kinds of cars, all different race car drivers, different tracks, different eras of the sport. And you can, and just like with flying, you can kind of get lost in all that. I call it geek out, for lack of a better term. You can just spend all kinds of time learning about just one particular plane or one particular car or one particular driver. And so when people ask you, and you could just spit out all kinds of facts and stuff, and things that you've learned about, you know that's the joy of it, I think. All right, coming up on a turn here. Kind of very barren land here. Almost feels like we're in a desert. But it's one of those things that it depends. You can put as much or little time into it that you want. You could get the very basic facts, or you can go deep into the subject. It's really up to what you want to do. I think Chronico and Scruffy are taking the direct route. That's okay. Why not? We'll meet him there at the airport. Oh, I want to say thank you again to Tim Dog, to Speedy, and to That Smooth for the follows. Speedy caught me last week just after I ended the stream. The notification popped in that Speedy got me followed me at. We were wrapping things up there in Alaska after Jody had landed, and Scruffy had rated me. I was hoping to fly with him. Well, thank you for the bit. Appreciate it. I was hoping to get things done, and we were going to join Scruffy on leg 6 of the Oregon Trail. But the flight up there in Alaska took way longer than I thought it would. And then we were, of course, waiting for Jody to land, which is fine. And so, yeah, that was a really fantastic flight. I did not expect to get raided by Scruffy. He beat me to the punch because I was hoping to at least raid him before we wrap things up. Or raid him once we got done. But that was quite a surprise. So thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at that. We are not going to 16,000 feet, first off. Let me, West Ham, it's 1-1 now. Okay, KRKS. KRKS. Let's have a look at our airport here. We're into Wyoming. Think. Let's have a look at our runways here. Runway 27, that is our. We're going to go ILS approach on 27. Yeah, we're not going to do the RNAV. We're going to dial in the ILS approach. All right. Digny. Okay, let's see. Star. No, there's no star. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ILS approach. So we're going to go ahead and they learn how to play ball. You're crazy. We're not doing no climb to 16,000 feet. Mm-mm. Okay. No, we're not climbing to 16,000 feet. But yeah, that's an interesting question, Bill. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that before. Thank you. Yeah, it's see that's the crazy thing is, and I think that's something they're supposed to be fixing in the next sim update. See. I mean, it's a short run to 9,800 feet. Yeah, you kind of have to ignore. You have to kind of ignore the air traffic control because it's not. It just comes up with some really weird stuff sometimes, and you kind of just have to get on with it and go like, well, I'm not gonna follow those instructions. They don't really make much sense to me. But you'll get that in your ear constantly. You guys might not hear it, but I hear it, and it's like it gets annoying. Oh, Joseph must be super excited now. That's why a lot of streamers don't interact with the in sim air traffic control. They just turn it off. They don't you. They just take off and land as they see fit because the directions from uh, the NSIM ATC more often than not do not really set you up for success. Ooh, speaking of that, I gotta get 10930. Okay, we're gonna go over here and dial in that ILS frequency. go. But yeah, it's something you just have to learn to live with the shortcomings of the sim. I mean, that's really what it is. All right, let's go switch to that. It's not a West Ham football shirt. I can imagine. I'm gonna cross that off the list right now. Well, thank you all once again for coming in and hanging out today. Hopefully, you've enjoyed today's flight conversations and whatnot. Let's see, that's interesting. So I'm guessing we got to come in. I think we're going to go past the airport and then turn around and come in for landing. I think. So yeah, we had some nice scenery. A very no-nonsense co-pilot. She's not impressed by much, I don't think. The Marvels and Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. Oh, okay. Good stuff. Daniel has his evening entertainment all set. I haven't been to the movies in ages. I can't remember. The last time I was in a movie theater was, I think, for the first Deadpool movie. It's been that long. I have not been. Yeah, I think I have not been in a movie theater. Well, for paying for tickets, yeah, Deadpool would be the last movie I've seen in a proper movie theater. Wow, after 30 years. See, the drive-in theater that I saw Poltergeist in no longer exists. It's been leveled and they put strip malls there. I think they have anchor stores, like they have a Best Buy, maybe a Bed Bath and Beyond or something like that, but it's all like small. But yeah, that's yeah. But the last movie I've seen in a theater, almost theater-like setting. Hello, Rodrigo Medina. Welcome. We are just about to land. Well, not just right now, but we are on our way to Southwest Wyoming Regional. I am your host and pilot, lead singer and driver of the plane, Uncle B. This is leg 9 of the Oregon Trail that was put together by Scruffy Tam, who's way over yonder. Now I heard it and got it. Nice. So we're coming in on an ILS approach there to our airport. So we're going to be turning here shortly. And get ready to line up for... But thank you for coming in and saying hello. Appreciate it. We'll be back next Saturday, FSR 500 Posh turboprop plane, single engine. We're going to be taking off out of a private airfield in the mountains of North Carolina. And then we're going to make our way to Memphis, Tennessee. That'll be about 2 hours or so in the air, give or take. So do join us for that. It'll be 8:30 Central Time. We'll get started, and should be a nice flight. Can't I go to your airport? Well, not today. I have a plan. I have plans for, well, this, once we wrap up here, I'm ending the stream. Next Saturday and the following Saturday, I already have plans. So I'm sorry, but no, not today. But chances are I've already been there. What's your airport, Rodrigo? I think Scruffy and I are the last two flying. GVSV. That sounds like somewhere. I'm gonna guess somewhere in India. Let me take a look. That's my guess. Let's see if I'm correct. Uh-oh, my plane's turning all of a sudden. VSV. Sao Pedro, Cape Verde. Okay, I was wrong. That is in... Let's see. You are off the coast of South Africa. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd have to look for information on that, but yeah, not today. I'd have to see what I could come up with, what airports I could fly out of that would. But yeah, not today, unfortunately. All right, we're gonna have to do like we did before. We're gonna have to follow. We're gonna have to fly it manually to this waypoint because it's like it's got its own mind all of a sudden. Uh-oh, boy. Joseph must be besides himself. He must be yelling, I knew it, it was the manager. But yeah, I'd have to look at that further. But yeah, it won't be today. It won't be anytime the rest of this month. I already have plans for next Saturday and the last Saturday of May, so unfortunately. Yeah. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. But yeah, I don't generally take requests. I mean, I could look at it, but I can't promise you if I was able to do it when that would be. First off, so no, we're gonna land here and we're gonna get ready to wrap things up for the day. But thank you for the suggestion. I think I see runway lights over there, so that should be our airport. We're going to turn towards that here in just a minute. We're kind of run near the. I would even have to see what kind of plane I could fly into there. All right, let's see here. And thank you for the follow, Rodrigo. Appreciate it. Yep, there's our airport right there. That's the opposite runway, I think, from where we're going to land at. Right there. So our runway should be right around down there somewhere. Well, I could probably need to change. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Yeah, there's Scruffy. He's coming in to land. Nice to be in the air with Scruffy again. Nice to fly something a little bit different than a good old jetliner. I'm gonna go past OCS here, which is a VOR. I think it's a VOR DME or something here. Time for some Boston Sprinter. Ah, Daniel's going to be racking up the gold medals. See, it's not switching over. Okay. All right, let me get the plane. All right, there we go. Let's get some flaps. All right. I think we'll go ahead and snooze the last bit of the ads since we are. All right, so we're going to go out a little bit and we're going to come back around. Yeah. So we're on this track, so we're going to go past and then we're going to come out here and we're going to turn back around and come back in. Let's have a look at our fuel. Yeah, we're okay. Let's see. I think Scruffy's up. He must be coming in the other way. That's all right. Now I gotta think about lunch. Dinner, I'm having chicken breasts and salad. I gotta think what I'm gonna have for lunch. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Well, we may have to. I got a stuffed crust chicken and bacon pizza for dinner. Better see it. That sounds good. All right, so once we get to Digny, we'll make a loop back around. Got to keep an eye on this. Remind me. I think that's the reminder right now. Bella wants to see that right now. Well, are we heading right for this, straight for this thing, or what are we doing? Kind of feel like we are. No, maybe not. Yeah, we kind of are, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay. Well, we're just going to go right around it. Everybody wave at the mountain as we go by. Silly mountain. Trying to get in the way of things. Look at that. Like a boss. All right, we're just going to land this thing ourselves. I'm going to try to keep an eye out on the. I had to snooze the. Ads one more time. Scruffy's on the ground. I see our runway. We're going to turn to the right here coming up. Pardon me, folks, while I get ready to put this thing on the ground. There we go. Look at that. We flew around a mountain and everything. We had a busy day today. Really enjoyed this. Hopefully everybody did as well. See you next Saturday, 8:30 Central. We're going to go a little bit posh in the FSR 500. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate that. Matter of fact, I got to test that. I got to make sure. Flaps are all the way down. A little bit off the line of the runway. That's all right. We got it. Scruffy's watching. Nice to see you back in the air again, Scruff. Always a pleasure to fly with you. Oh, Mella's on the backup account. I think we're going to be on the ground. I'll snooze it if I have to once we're on the ground. Feel like we got a bit of a crosswind here. Oh, no. Shoot. That doggone it. No. Ah. Man. Woo. Oh, thank you, Milla. Appreciate that. Ooh. Turn off the fuel by accident. Woo-wee! Where else can you get entertainment like that for the low cost of free? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the only drawback of trying to do stuff with a mouse. You can easily not get the right you could turn it the wrong way by accident, and next thing you know, you shut your fuel off, and that's okay. We got this. This is what we get for a mountain getting in our way. Oh, come on. There we go. Just showing off. No, I wish that was planned. It was not. I can assure you that was. Let's see what this one was. 178. I'll take it. Negative 178. We redeemed ourselves after that quote-unquote firm landing. Hey, Kev Simconer, how are you? Thank you for the appreciate that. How have you been? I haven't watched one of your streams in quite a long time. There's so many, it's funny. There's so many people I follow on Twitch, and I never feel like I can watch everybody. Doing good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Thank you. We redeemed ourselves after that firm landing. Thanks. Let me get up here and park next to Scruffy. Yeah, this was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I'm doing okay. Yeah, just kind of getting back into streaming myself, trying to do some Saturday stuff, and because Saturdays are a little bit easier for me to do. During the week can be a little bit more hectic, but yeah, I'm doing good. There's Scruffy. Big old salute to Scruff as we taxi on by. We'll get ready to park here. Oh, we don't want. I did it again. Shut the engine off. Oops, a daisy. That's all right. We're just going to park it over here. There we go. That'll do. All right. Yeah, we'll wrap things up here. I got to post some pictures. Yeah, some really good pictures over on Scruffy's Discord with the light show last night. He went to raid Allison. I gotta. So yeah, that'll be it for today, folks. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. Let's get back in here and we'll shut everything down. Actually, we'll turn off the fuel correctly for now. And let's get our. There we go. All right, perfect. So yeah, that was great. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out. Thank you, Mel, again for the resub. Thank you to Rodrigo Medina for the follow. Thank you for the bit also, Mela. Appreciate it. So yeah, we'll be back next Saturday, 8:30 Central in the FSR 500. 2 November, Charlie 0 is our departure runway. We're going to Memphis, Tennessee. Hopefully it'll be a nice flight. I gotta spend some time in that, either later today or tomorrow. Bye, Bex. So anyway, do enjoy the rest of your. Well, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have been and always. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, early Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. Cheers, Daniel. I have been and always shall be your host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane, Uncle B. Until next time, peace, live long and prosper.